Bezierchenko, 1.5.
Beautifully stuck landing from Michaela Tucker. What a way to start the meet for the Spartans.
Absolutely a fantastic way. Her last vault, she had a 9.75, but
with the 1.5 coming up here. Nice amplitude off the table and a beautifully stuck landing. She is cat-like in the air on that 1.5.
And you can just hear that crowd erupt as well as her team. A beautiful vault there for Nikki Smith. Let's get another look.
Again, nice open shoulders into the table. Nice height. It allows her to open up before her feet touch the ground. You can see her arms flail.
And here is Sage Kellerman, the junior for the Spartans. She does the front pike half, and that's always such a show to watch.
So Sage comes in forward into her entry to the table. Front pike, half twist, slight hop backwards, but the technical side of that vault is so well done. Good opening rotation for the Spartans. Another look here. So forward entry.
To start out the rotation is now we see Gabby Stephen getting ready to lead the Spartans for the first bar routine. Gabby had a 9.85, the team's last meet at Florida Quad.
Gabby opens here with her toe shoot to the high bar. You can see Micro stands in. That is not a deduction for the coach to stand next to the gymnast. If he happens to touch the gymnast, though, that is a deduction. A little bit shy of that last cast handstand it appeared from Gabby. Nice speed into that dismount and a beautifully nailed full in for Gabby there. So again, nice start from both teams, opening the second rotation.
A gorgeous landing there from Gabby Stephen. Let's get another look at that routine.
And I mentioned her grace earlier. So she has such long lines. It makes her pretty gymnastic, especially swinging bars, 1.5. But sometimes they don't always score as high as the clean full because it's a harder landing to find.
Getting a look at Amy Doyle, the freshman, getting ready for her bar routine, third in the order, scored a 9.85 at the Florida Quad.
And Amy has very nice execution in her bar routine. Good amplitude on the Jaeger. She struggled a little bit with this pec salto coming out of the toe shoot in the warm-ups. Does it nicely there, though. Sometimes if you hold on too long before letting go for that release down to the low bar, you get a little bit stuck trying to kip out of it. And full pirouette and a double tuck, stuck landing. Good routine for the Spartans. Lots of excitement from her teammates there on the sidelines.
And Amy was a freshman that Coach Rowe was really excited to add to this bar rotation. She's proving it right here. What a great routine for her. Finished with a beautiful landing.
And her toes are pointed all the way through that double tuck until they've hit the floor. Seeing the height of the landing surface makes the floor come a little faster, makes the landing easier to find.
Nikki Smith's score came in at a 9.775. Sage Kellerman now getting ready to go for the Spartans on the vault. For Payne Davis, her score also came in as a 9.775.
They're really trading back and forth. Scores so far were pretty even across the board.
Sage had a nice routine at the Florida Quad, scoring a 9.925.
Nice job hitting that opening handstand. And good rotation through on her Jaeger as well. You want to see the feet, toes be behind you to initiate the swing to the next element. Good cast handstand there, gearing up for the dismount, double layout. Again, finds that stick. The Spartans are looking very confident in these dismounts, certainly.
Absolutely. Like you said, sticks are contagious, and the crowd here at Breslin is loving it, hearing them erupt with each landing from the Spartans in this second rotation.
Coach Rowe's loving it back there.
Right now, her beam score came in at a 9.875. Gabby Stephen now at the anchor spot on the beams for Michigan State at a 9.9 at the Florida Quad.
Gabby does a kick over front to 2 feet. She does that in a laid out position, which is a little more unique. Shows how much of that power she has. Again, Gabby in her senior season has been in this anchor spot for a number of years now as well. And she, just like Gianna, has really owned this position. Watch how much flight she gets on this layout step out here. Nicely done on her jump connections. She has her dismount left to go, so she does a round off double full dismount, so she'll land facing back toward the balance beam. And a beautifully stuck dismount there for Gabby. These gymnasts are not disappointing, yes. Oh, yes.
Absolutely, what a great anchor spot. A lot of great beam routines from the Spartans, but that one, what a way to top it off. Gabby Stevens right there mentioned she had that 9-9 her last meet. Let's get another look at that routine.
Again, that grace and power combo from her. You can see right here in this double twist. She sees the floor coming, nails it.
Buffet had a 9-7 her last meet. Always so fun to watch on the floor.
Yeah, the Spartans struggled a little bit last weekend on the road at Florida on floor exercise. They just competed a little bit tight. They'd made some lineup changes, had a few little things that were uncharacteristic for them. So see if they can shake that off here and have a strong finish in their home arena. So she's going to open with a front double full. She runs directly into it for the punch. Nice heightened distance there and good control in the landing. I love the performance quality that she brings. She has nice lifted chest and kind of smiles the way throughout the routine. And switch ring there in combination with switch leap for her leap pass. Teammates giving her some encouragement from the sidelines here as she readies herself for her last tumbling pass.
As we see Parenti's score come in, a 9.85, tying her season and career best.
And round off 1.5, punch front layout. Nice control in that landing, certainly. Again, 2 strong opening routines here from both programs.
A great opening routine, and she's always just so fun to watch on the floor, a great performer, and that's a large part of these floor routines as well, the performance that you put on, always a smile on her face.
She makes her gymnastics look very easy, which is a difficult thing to do because it's not easy, these skills that they're working through here.
Routine.
Kayla also opens up with a front double full. I'm sorry, she does front 1.5 layout step out, excuse me. Her double full comes later. She does combination turning and leap elements together there. Interestingly, I noticed the team has moved to the opposing side of the floor for her routine. I think they're getting in the sight line of her to have more fun with one another. And dancing backwards into the corner here. Now for her front double full. Nicely done, nice control again there. So it's more difficult, obviously, to do your harder difficulty pass later in the routine.
The fans at Breslin love it. And Kayla, a bit of a taller gymnast, standing at 5'10", and on routines like floor, you can really see how much power she has in her legs as she goes through these passes. So incredible to watch the height she can get. Gabby Stephen, the senior, for her floor routine.
So Gabby opens with a front through to a front handspring, front 1.5. Again, as this trend has occurred where we're doing only 2 pass tumbling routines, they've been a little more creative in how they're getting those connection passes accomplished. So that's a new pass for Gabby this year. She's been doing it very nicely, though, thus far in the season. Nice angle there. Camera work getting her down on her belly. Gabby's coming back with her last tumbling pass here. Front handspring, front double full. Now each routine is required to tumble forward as well as backwards, which is why she does the round off layout step out in the middle of the routine. Kind of an easier pass selection, but just suffices for that backwards tumbling. Very nice routine from Gabby.
Yeah, we mentioned it in our open. She has led the floor in the first 2 meets for the Spartans. She's proving it right there. Just such a strong routine from hers. During Gabby's routine, you saw the score update for JC Bohr. She got the 9.9 on the beam. She's leading that rotation now. And that's another strong score. She had a strong score last week at the Sprouts for the Wolverine. Showed it again as we take a look at Gabby's passes there. See her hear the cheers. Skyla Schulte on the floor for the first time this season.
So the important thing for Skyla now is just to do her gymnastics. She's very excited to know to be out there, but sometimes if you get too amped up, you end up with a little too much power versus just letting your body do muscle memory and kind of doing the skills as you would every day. So she also opens with a full in. Oh, beautifully done. Her entertainment quality on her floor routine is unmatched here.
You can see how excited she is just to be back on the floor competing in her senior season.
She also has a lot of good flexibility in those straddle jumps. She does above that 180-degree split like I was mentioning. Comes back with front through to double tuck and sticks that landing. This could be a big score here. Well, she did not disappoint in her debut routine of her senior season.
Take it in, Skyla Schulte. Senior season, her first routine back, has been battling an injury, and she does it in this packed house at the Breslin Center. Getting a look at those landings.
That chest positioning on her landing was perfect. Chest all the way up as she found those landings, and right there, she could see the floor coming, got the stick.
During the Florida quad, her best so far for this season against Western Michigan was a 9.8, but we've seen her put up a 10 before just last season on the floor. Her and Skyla Schulte back-to-back are always a dangerous combination on the floor. They can put up big numbers for the Spartans.
That is true. Nikki is certainly capable of scoring much higher than what she's shown thus far on the season.
Gabby Stevens' score comes in at a 9.875.
So they did give her full credit then for all of her skills. Again, seeing this variation of music styles and personality styles amongst the Michigan State gymnasts as well. Nikki opens with a round for handspring full in. She twists and flips so quickly. Having a little bit of fun out there. It's fun as the season progresses too, and the more home meets that teams have, the crowd starts to learn the routines and starts to interact as the routines are happening. Nikki will come back for her last pass here. She has a front through to a double tuck. Nice control there, beautifully executed tumbling pass by Nikki. I think that should score higher than her prior two routines, I'm gonna say. Prior two meets, I'm sorry.
Absolutely, should be a big score there for the Spartans, but Wolf's did a great job to finish with a strong dismount after having to hop off the beam, got back up, finished her routine with a lot of poise. And that finishing out the meet, and that's a Spartan victory, 197.5. University of Michigan with a 196.975. So very close meet, back and forth between these two schools as expected, but the Spartans come out on top with a big win on the big stage here at the Breslin Center. Has to be such a special moment for this program and all the gymnasts, and not just for Michigan State, the Wolverines too. Like we mentioned, Coach Blocky said how excited and happy she was that her team got to be a part of history here at the Breslin. They put on such a fantastic performance.